Hello scrappers and planet lovers, Tin Man here with another video. So kind of an interesting find and video. This General Electric power brush, found it actually on garbage day. Don't know too much about it, have never come across one of these. Unfortunately, I have tried to see if it works. It does not, so that is why I'm taking it apart. But again, just goes to show you, you never know what you're gonna find. Gonna make sure this goes into my series, Crazy Scrap Finds. So gonna take it apart right now, see what I have. The nice thing about this is it actually is all magnetic arm here. If I take a magnet, you can see that this is magnetic. So this whole arm here is gonna be tin. The bottom here is also gonna be tin. There's gonna be a beautiful power cord. I'm just going to turn this that you see right here. Inside, hoping there's some cast aluminum as well as some other great items like copper motor. So going to take it apart for you right now, see what we have, and more importantly, show you how to identify the material, separate it properly, maximize your profit, and divert this entire thing away from the landfill. So again, unfortunately, it is beyond repair. I have been able to sell old items in good workable condition. Something like this, there may be a buyer looking for spare parts. And as well, I've had a lot of comments from people about old vacuum cleaners, alarm clocks, radios, all those items that I find while scrapping. You will make more money selling them in good workable condition than scrap value. But here we go. Let's see what we can do. First thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut this arm or power cord. So sorry about the angles here. I'm hoping to get all of it in, but just gonna actually cut at the top. It does go all the way down the arm, and I will get the rest of that after. But this right here, wow, this cord is very, very brittle. I can see just from looking at it, look at that. It's starting to wear away right there. But this is gonna be 40% appliance wire. Currently right now in London, Ontario, going for $1.77 a pound. So great price, but I can just tell just from the age of this is actually like breaking in my hands. I want to get to the top. There is the old power plug end. Look at the nice brass in there. I will actually unscrew those screws there. They are going to be brass as well as this. So I will throw these brass plug ends and those screws into my brass. Get $3.45 a pound for that. So do want to make sure you take those off and put them into the brass. But a nice power cord here. The arm, as mentioned, you can see all the way up and down is going to be tin. Tin right now going for 10 cents a pound Canadian. There is the on-off switch that you see there. There is going to be a little, hopefully silver contact in there. There's a couple screws. Just going to get those first. And then I will focus on the motor, but want to get these screws out of here just to see what I have in there. I may have to change up my screwdriver set. I'm hoping I have a small enough one, a sharp enough one to get to these little screws. There we go. So a couple screws in here. And this power cord appliance wire, as I said, is going to go all the way down this neck. I have seen a lot of scrappers drive by vacuum cleaners, just cut the cord and leave the rest. They're forgetting, just like lamps. I find a lot of people that do that. The power cord goes all the way down that whole arm there. So you're missing half of the wire. There we go, right there. Just pull the cap off. Gonna be, look at that, a little bit more brass on that screw right there. Okay, so put up to the camera. Look at that nice screw there. Gonna be some wire there as well. This on and off switch, wanna check, open that up. There is gonna be a little bit of silver right there. That is going to be the contact switch right in there. Okay, going to remove that for you right now to bring it up to the camera. Like I said, this is kind of flimsy. It's big. It's bulky. But just going to try and move this for you. The plate is tin. Okay, but again, those screws that you see are also brass. I'm just going to hit this with a hammer. But that is going to be little dots on there. That is going to be a little bit of silver. Okay, relay boxes, constantly talking about those. Okay, just breaking that. There you go. So there is, right there, one side, two side, little bit of silver. That little smudge is silver. So little contact relays. Okay, on there, that's what makes the clicky. They do connect to the other spot. So there is gonna be another small, probably piece of silver that was on the other side there. So a little bit of silver, a little bit of tin. Again, get that brass. So just gonna put that off to the side. Inside here, very easy to open. It did take me a couple minutes before camera, just wanted to save some time, try to figure out how this works. But pull off the rubber here. You can see it is still a little dusty. Not sure when the last time it was used, but just gonna pull this off. The cap here will come off. So this is, look at that. Oh, I got some old dust. So I gotta be careful what I'm breathing in here. Make sure you're working in a good ventilated area. All your vacuum cleaners and fans and all those can store a lot of dust, but some more tin. This is actually kind of a neat little faceplate, General Electric. Okay, look at all that nice dust here that I'm gonna be pulling off, okay? But a lot of wire that you see. Here is my motor. Just gonna actually touch it. This, you can see, is actually gonna be cast aluminum. It might be a little tricky to get off of there because there are spots that have screws on it that I will have to get off. If I leave those screws on there, I'm gonna get dirty cast price. Cast aluminum, clean cast right now, going for 88 cents a pound. So I'm really hoping that I could get at least the bottom off. I probably will not do the full video or the full breakdown now, but there's the rest of this wire. Just gonna hopefully feed it through. So there you go. This is exactly what I'm talking about with your lamps. Look at all that extra wire if I would have missed that. Again, $1.77 a pound, it all adds up. Okay. My motor here, inside there is gonna be hopefully a copper motor. There it is, showing you it's glistening there. So I wanna work on that. The rest of this arm, again, I'm gonna throw this in the tin, but this does look like just one big solid piece. So I gotta find the screws to open this. And I think I found one. Again, don't come across these often. Might have to change back to a bigger screwdriver now. Let's see, hopefully this opens. Hopefully I can slide it in. There we go. And again, because of its age, I want to check all of my screws. They all may be brass. They might not all be, so easy to tell, magnet. So again, these are just going to go into my tin. There's one screw. There's another screw. So again, don't have much practice with these. I can take a real vacuum, modern vacuum cleaner apart, no problem. You can take a lot of those items apart. But this, you know, because I don't see them often, it just takes a little bit of time to kind of figure it out. If you had one of these or you know someone that had one, love to see a comment down below. I do love, you know, taking apart old things. People comment saying, oh, this reminds me of my childhood. You know, as such, there's some things that remind me of my childhood as well. We never had one of these, but that's all right. So just gonna see now if I can open this, pop this. Okay, there is a screw under there. Uh-oh. This is probably gonna prevent me. Right on the bottom there is a screw. So I really hope that I can reach it. But if not, I may have to do a little bit of grinding. And I think that's what I'm gonna do just to speed up time. I'm gonna grind down that. Or sometimes a hammer works great. If I can just sort of get out these little wheels, that's what's preventing me to get both sides. So let's see if I can just actually hit it with a hammer first. Cast aluminum is pretty easy to break, but we'll see. It dents pretty good, that's for sure. Oh, there we go. So there is one. So now I actually can get to that screw. I'm gonna do the other side here. That's not how I planned on doing it, but that's all right. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna grind these to see if I can get this wheel off. So I'm gonna just try this, something different. 'Cause, 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 'cause better with these brushes, but see if I can pop these brushes off now, these bristles. That'll be nice. That way I can get to it. So we'll see what happens. There we go. Okay, let's see if this just pops off now. Come on. There we go. Pop that off. Look at that. A grinder sometimes is the best tool of arsenal. All right. So here we go. Get out this wheel too. Okay, well, you know what? Either way, I have one out, so now I can just get those screws. I'm hoping I can reach in there. And hopefully I didn't screw enough, break it so it doesn't unscrew. There we go. Just got to get to it. So I'm hoping this is going to pop it off. There's one. It's just unfortunate with this lip. It is difficult to get to, but hey, I can be stubborn too. I want to get that copper motor. All right, there's one screw out. You know what? Just gonna hit it with a grinder. Spit it out. There we go. I'm hoping. Oh boy. So this is, it wants to go. It's telling me it's flimsy, it's ready to go. I think I've got some little release. Perhaps it's this little bolt. So this is gonna be interesting. I would love, I'm sure there's a bolt somewhere that I'm missing that someone's gonna be screaming at the camera saying, hey, get that last one. That could be it right there. So I am interested here. We'll see. I may not even get to the whole thing depending on how long this takes, but I'm slowly breaking it down. I can feel it. Loosening it. Maybe that's why the guy, whoever threw it out. Maybe they're frustrated trying to open it. All right, last screw. I want to hopefully get this out. No, doesn't want to go. Okay, well, unfortunately, that is going to be a flop. Just going to see if I can get a heavier hammer here. See if we'll break this open. There's one wheel that came off. That's good. Oh, see, we're getting it open. There we go. We're getting it open. We're getting it open. It's coming. It wants to go. Might be the armatures that are catching there somewhere. But anyway, it wants to go. Okay, I think this thing is actually, oh, hang on a second. Could this be the release screw? Could this be the release screw? So, there is an armature there. There is the copper that you see there. So I might, just to speed this up, maybe off camera, I might not be able to get all of it. Actually, break right there, that arm. All right, so there's the armature. There is getting closer. This is a solid piece for sure. Well, so that armature is or needs to be broken off of here. So I'm actually just gonna use a Sawzall. I'm gonna break that. This is fun. Oh! Again, I don't like to edit these videos. I like people to see, you know, that it's not always that easy scrapping things. Sometimes, like I said, it's figuring pieces out, trying different things, different tools. Some things are more stuck than others, but I'm gonna try a Sawzall now with a blade on it. Go. Told ya I'm stubborn. There's my wire. Okay, so it was stuck right on the edge here. That bolt in there. So this right here, I'm gonna put a magnet to it. It's gonna be cast, but because of that, I do have to just pull out that washer, hopefully. The rest of this, I may just throw this right into just dirty cast or tin. Tin right now, 10 cents a pound. Dirty cast, probably 25 cents a pound. So dirty cast this is. Here is my armature inside. There is my motor. This too, you can see, is connected on that side right there. But I want to scratch this to see if it is copper. Yes, it is. Look at that beautiful copper glistening there. So I may not be able to pull out this armature until I release that bolt. But let's see if I can just get this. Get this one out. The side piece. There is going to be a little bit of brass you just saw there. Okay, some brass, some ferrite on there. Okay, so there we go. Pulling out the armature. No, it's not going to go. It is pinned from this side. So what I'm going to do off camera, just going to cut that. I do have a video on copper motors. I will show you that. These armatures are a good source of scrap copper as well. This copper, again, I showed it's copper, number 2 copper, going for $4.88 a pound. That armature, I do have full breakdown videos showing you how to remove that number 2 copper. Some of them are easy to do, some of them are harder, but maybe we will just do this for you. I might just leave it. We'll see. No, we're not. So, if you enjoy the extended version. All right. So I started it with that grinder just to get a little bit of speed on that. Now I'm just gonna hopefully tear through that. Me and my left-handedness. I might just leave it. Like I said, I will do this off camera. Maybe a blooper video. We'll see. have to change my blade, but it is going through. It is cutting it. But again, gonna finish it off camera because like I said, it is gonna start dragging on the time. So don't wanna do that, but great item for sure, this power brush. Wanna get out that copper. You know, it's an excellent item for sure. Wish that I didn't have to scrap it, but now I understand why I'm scrapping it, the frustration of trying to get that apart. But great item for sure. Never know what you're gonna find. But again, hopefully this was informative, educational, at least humorous, watching me struggle with this thing. But a power brush, General Electric, not sure on its age. Would love some feedback on it. So comment down below, like, share, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Tin Man out.